Alexei Lutsenko had done a great job on the flatter sections of this course, settling into his own rhythm. On the climbs, he's struggling. Now we have Remco Evenepoel on the final climb of the day, the final ascent of Mount Pleasant.
Doesn't he look powerful? Doesn't he look in control?
He looks like he's just started this race. Remco Evenepoel through the theatre of sound on the top of the climb of Mount Pleasant. He's going to crest the top of this and put himself into time trial mode and head back down to Wollongong. The Australian fans urging on this incredible athlete as he makes his way towards a world title. Remco Evenepoel has done everything right today. The focus, the poise, the way that he gets into the right breakaway. Lutsenko now has got over one climb. Can he get over the other?
I think Lutsenko will be expecting to be caught by the group behind, because he did back off the pedals a little bit, I sense, just to give himself a little bit of recovery to try and get over this climb, at least with this group.
Now, will we see an attack in this group? There's 4 riders there, and at this point in time, they are racing for a bronze position on the road. They only have Lutsenko a few seconds in front of them. If they can catch him, then they're racing for silver. But out front, on his own, Remco Evenepoel still powering up this climb and drawing on the energy of the crowd. He is looking so good.
He's just soaking this in. I'm sure right now he is just feeling the motivation of a huge crowd on Mount Pleasant. The shoulders are rocking a little bit side to side. The momentum is good. The poise is good. The cadence is good. This rider is set for a world title over the top of this really horrible little section of the climb. Lutsenko is still holding on. What a job he's doing to try and bring home the silver medal. He really does deserve it. He's made the right moves. He just couldn't match the Belgian wonder kids.
Well, when he gets over the top, he'll be wanting to get over the top before these riders, and then he will try to time trial his way to the finish, but he has got super tired legs.
The rest of these riders just trying to put themselves in with a chance of taking at least a medal. Roman Bardet is there, Ben Tullett is there, Jai Hindley is there still for Australia, giving Australia an opportunity to at least get on the podium this time. The plan of Michael Matthews hasn't paid off. He is still in the back group.
Lutsenko doing a fantastic job. You can see the pain, but he's still applying pressure through those pedals.
Lutsenko there, giving it everything he's got. You can see him grabbing his legs. He's on the verge of cramping. He knows he only has a few hundred meters to go of this climb. Because this group of 4 chasers, they have him in these sights, but they are also not making much progress. This is where the power is. This is the 3rd group on, the 4th group on the road.
You can see just how much this course has taken out of the riders. It has caused them to be steady and slow even on some of these climbs, because it is so tough. Remco Evenepoel over the top of Mount Pleasant, 6.7 kilometers to go, leans it into the next turn on beautiful, wide, sunny roads. Lutsenko, can he get himself to the top of this climb? He's almost there now. The Kazakh rider who has won a world title as an under-23 before. Now we start to see the accelerations from behind as we see Inkhorn now is dropped. Rota goes forward with Schmitz and with Jensen.
It's Inkhorn that can't match the accelerations there of Rota. He goes across the climb in first position in that 3rd group. Can Inkhorn come back?
All the riders then get the chance to just take a breath, get themselves into the aero tuck. They've got to keep pushing on all the way to the finish line in Wollongong. This is the final lap of the World Road Championships. Thank you for joining us today. What a race it's been. Maybe not the race we all anticipated. 266.9 kilometers around the Mount Kira loop, starting earlier today in Helensburgh. 12 laps of this attritional city circuit. Here comes the team director telling Remco Evenepoel, just keep going, this world title is yours. Don't make a mistake, ride it safe, you've got enough time. 1 minute 33. is the time of Evenepoel as he heads towards a crowning moment of his career.
Well, Remco Evenepoel looking very good. He built his advantage over this chaser of Alexei Lutsenko by 30 seconds on the climb up Mount Pleasant. He got up there with a lot of energy, and now he's just driving it home, taking no risk through these corners.
Well, Lutsenko's nearly been caught by these riders. They are going to catch him. There's no doubt about that. The race will be on for the silver medal. And will we see a very strong reaction from the peloton to try and chase down these riders in the last 4.9 kilometres? It's a big ask for the peloton.
Can Australia with Jai Hindley put themselves in a position to take at least a podium position? Hindley has been in the right moves. Lutsenko over this little climb. He's only now got about 5 kilometres of racing to go, urging those tired legs forward. He was the only rider who could match Remco Evenepoel. Simon, you can almost feel the pain as he had to just sit down there because there's nothing left in those legs.
Alexei Lutsenko is so exhausted, he can no longer ride out of the saddle. You can see every opportunity he gets, he's sitting back down, he is resting his legs. Remco Evenepoel once again not leaning his bike too far through these corners, taking absolutely no risk. He knows he only has 4.3 kilometres remaining in this race until he wins the world title.
Alexei Lutsenko just hanging on in front of Jensen, Rota and Schmidt. He looks around, he gets a little bit of company. Schmidt is there, goes to the left-hand side. Rota follows Jensen as he goes to the left-hand side of the road. Schmidt is playing a little bit of poker with Lorenzo Rota, the Italian rider. The Italian is freewheeling around behind. So we've got this group of 4 riders fighting it out for silver and bronze. A couple of riders are going to be happy, a couple of riders are going to be disappointed. Only inside now, 4 kilometres of racing to go. The favourites are not going to happen. It's not going to happen from behind. They are not going to catch any of these riders by the looks of things. This is where the medals are, unless the group of Bardet can come back.
The only chance the group of Bardet has to come back is these 4 riders really start to look at each other. I don't anticipate they're going to get another turn out of Alexei Lutsenko. He was off the front for a long time by himself. Now he's going to slot into last position, and I don't expect him to move until the sprint. No,
he's just going to sit there. He's going to try and recover. Evenepoel, of course, has had a troubled couple of years. He had a huge crash in Il Lombardia in Italy a couple of seasons ago. It was a crash that could have ended his career. He's had to go through massive rehabilitation. He says that it made him a different human being since then. He's able to tolerate the workload and the pain now, whereas before he was hardly even able to walk. 2.9 kilometres to go. This rider is getting set. 53 kilometres an hour as he time trials his way back into Wollongong. Simon, just summarise today for me as we watch this incredible Belgian coming in.
We can't summarise today. There's only 2.7 kilometres remaining in the race. But at this point in time, Remco Evenepoel, he is not celebrating. He is not easing up. You can see he's still completely focused on his effort there. Head down, aerodynamic position, powering away. He doesn't know what the time gaps are. He's taking no risks.
A huge day for the Belgian rider into time trial mode all the way down into Wollongong. The 22-year-old Belgian wonder kid is set to win the world title. He's just got to keep this on, keep the tempo. He's been told by the team director what the situation is, but these riders behind continue to pile on the pressure, but it's still a massive advantage. Here we get the counter-attacks coming from the group behind. They are desperately seeking to try and take the silver and bronze medal, but they may well have left it way, way too late. There is Wout van Aert.
It's Alberto Bettiol there attacking that group from behind. He has Wout van Aert on his wheel, but they are too far back. 2.5 minutes off the front of the race, and Remco Evenepoel is inside 2 kilometres to go.
Well, he could start easing off and start celebrating Remco Evenepoel. What a fantastic ride. He shakes his legs. He won't need to sprint, that's for sure, but he will enjoy this victory in Wollongong. Such an enthusiastic crowd bringing him home for the rainbow stripes. What a magnificent ride from this young 22-year-old Remco Evenepoel.
This is a monumental day for this rider. The emotion, I'm sure, is going to show. After last year, where he had so much trouble after the World Championships, this year it's going to be a totally different story. 1,400 metres to go, Simon, he's almost there.
He is so close to being there now. One last little rise, and it'll take him up to around 1 kilometre to go. A short descent and then a slight uphill rise once again towards the finish line. At that point, he can start to enjoy this. He can celebrate.
He heads now to the 1 kilometre to go point. Under the red kite for Remco Evenepoel. What a day it has been on the roads around Wollongong in New South Wales. Under the red kite, he's almost there. It has been a triumphant day for Remco Evenepoel. There's no doubt who the winner of this World Championship is going to be. As he heads in now, he starts to celebrate. He shakes his head. He realises that he's going to swap the colours of Belgium for the rainbow bands of a world champion. And next year, he is going to wear the rainbow bands in every single race that he rides. This rider has demolished the field. He rides 25 kilometres solo in this World Championship. 300 metres to go. 4 years since he won the junior world title. This season, he wins a monument. He wins a Grand Tour. And now he adds the rainbow bands as the world champion. 10 years after Philippe Gilbert. Look at the ecstasy on the face of Remco Evenepoel. The Belgian wonder kid is the world champion. A monument, a Grand Tour, and now the rainbow bands. So cagey, so measured. Mauro Schmidt looking around.
Oh, here comes the move from the Dutch, just like yesterday, but for the silver medal this time. Can they respond?
Pascal Lincoln hits them hard as he goes clear to try and take the title, but he hasn't done what Annemiek van Vleuten did. He freewheels. Maybe a big mistake there. He lets all the other riders back in. We're getting set then. Pascal Lincoln, Mauro Schmidt, Lorenzo Rota coming round the corner into position. One more rider who hits them hard.
It's Jan Tratnik though, he's jumped away.
Wow, Tratnik hits them hard for Slovenia. Tratnik looks around. Where did he come from? Jan Tratnik and Alexei Lutsenko. It's Tratnik going for the silver medal for Slovenia. Where did Jan Tratnik appear from? He goes clear now. Tratnik being chased down by Christophe Laporte. Is it going to be Laporte? Is it going to be Wout van Aert? On the line it is Michael Matthews. Laporte and Matthews. Laporte takes the silver. Matthews takes the bronze for Australia. Where did they come from? Celebration, look at the moment as he brings home the world title for Belgium.
At only 22 years of age, he already gets to experience putting on that rainbow jersey in the men's elite road race.
He silences the critics. He wins this race. Last year, he had a terrible time after the World Championships. Now he soaks in the glory and the emotion of a victory here in Wollongong. He put everybody way behind. He wins this title by 2 minutes and 21 seconds ahead of Christophe Laporte of France and Michael Matthews of Australia. Look at the names in the top 10. Van Aert, Trentin, Christophe, Sagan, Bettiol, Hayter and Jensen. They caught them just on the line. Simon, they closed a massive gap. We didn't even see them.
No, we did not even see them until the final 200 metres of the race. But that chase group that was chasing behind Remco Evenepoel, they stopped to look at each other for too long and they were quickly swept up by the peloton. Tratnik there getting caught with 50 metres to go in the race. Christophe Laporte leading the bunch home to take the silver medal. Michael Matthews pulling one out of the bag for Australia, taking the bronze.
Matthews, the third time he's finished on the podium of the World Championships. Christophe Laporte this season, look at that, he beats his teammate Wout van Aert on the road on the Jumbo-Visma team. But Laporte has had a wonderful season as well, taking the silver medal and turning things around for France in the last gasp of the race.
Well, when your teammates do such a fabulous job, it does really lift your motivation to finish it off and to find that little bit extra energy to ensure that all the hard work that has been put in, that there's a reward at the end of it. And somehow it just gives you that extra little bit of power coming into the finish.
Now summarise the top 10 for you. Remco Evenepoel, Christophe Laporte in second place. Michael Matthews takes the bronze medal for Australia. Following them is Wout van Aert, Matteo Trentin, Alexander Christophe, Sagan. You can never discount him. He finishes in the top 10 again. He won the junior title in 2018. 4 years later, he's the elite world champion. His fan club are here in as many numbers as they can get. When he gets back to Belgium, wow, what a reception he's going to get. When he won La Vuelta a couple of weeks ago, the entire place was lit red. Now it's going to be the rainbow dance, a very special moment for this young rider. He's going to get married in the winter as well. What a year he has had. Minister for Tourism of New South Wales, Ben Franklin, presents the awards.